Hello and welcome to this lecture. In this lecture, we'll create a simple Kiwi application. So creating a Kiwi application is very simple. You just have to take care about the life cycle of the Kiwi application in order to just implement it, and you are good to go with the logic of your program. So first of all, in order to just write code, that is our minimal application code here, we'll just check if we have just installed the Kiwi packages in our PyCharm, and in order to just check that, we have to import Kiwi here. So it should be Kiwi, and let's just run this demo for now, and you could see the Kiwi version here, which is basically version 1.10.1. so let's go down here. We have just imported Kiwi. So next thing is we'll just say that is kiwi.require here. So I'll just say kiwi.require, and you give the version that is 1.10.1, which was basically popped out here when you just print that is 1.10.1. so this statement is basically for the just requiring the Kiwi, that is the to just give the version name to the Kiwi user, that is to just specify the version name to the developer or the end user that this application requires at least this version of Kiwi in order to run. So if you just print here something that is, I'll just say 1.6.0, then you could see error would pop up here saying that the version is this and the version of the Python is 3.6.1. so basically this is for the version. So we'll just say version of Kiwi, and next is we'll just now first import, that is from Kiwi. We have just imported this Kiwi module, so we'll just say from kiwi.app, we'll just import app here. So it should be app, and next module would be from Kiwi, and I'll just say UIX, which is for the user interface, and I'll just make use of this label. So from this label, I want to just import label module. So this label module will contain all our interface, that is the text, view, or you can have also grid layout, text layout, list layout, adapter, and it will also contain your graphics, animation, and this label basically will contain your button too. So we'll just import that in order to make the user interface. So next thing is to create the class in Python, and I'll just say my app here. So let me say my demo app. So we'll have this class name, and let's have an inheritance here. So that means we'll make use of this app, that is module that was imported from this kiwi.app module. So we have interface here, that is kiwi.app. so from that we'll just import this app module. So this app module is basically in order to just reference basically to this method that is implemented in this app. So first of all, I want to show you how this app class look like, which is provided by this Kiwi developer. So in order to see that, you just have to go this go to. So first of all, just left click in this app and just click here this go to here, and just go in this declaration. Or you can also have a shortcut here, that is Ctrl+B, in order to see the declaration of this app, and you could get the new file that is saying app.py, and you could see a whole lot of code here that is defined by our Kiwi developer. So in order to make our life easier, so what we can do now is just use this method that is developed, or that is just defined in this app.py. So we'll just make use of it in order to make our app in Python. So if you just go in this app.py, then you could see multiple function over here, and you could also see the documentation. So you can read their documentation. So it is really elaborated here, and you could see here app class. So this app class also has a event dispatcher, which is inheritance here. That means you also have this event dispatcher class. So you can go to this class again, go to this declaration, and you can see here event dispatcher. So event dispatcher is defined here in this event.py, and you are just inheriting it, and you can see all of these event over here. So that is basically on start, on stop, on pause, and on resume. So this is basically all the life cycle of the Kiwi application. That means when you just run your app, that is Kiwi app, on mobile, on any devices, basically you can also run it in Windows, and basically in any device you just go through all of these method. So all of these life cycles or all of these events basically defines your application context. So what this basically on start method is, basically it is just called when the application is being started, and if you just application or is basically stop, or when you just close your application, then on stop is called, and when the application is paused by the OS, then on pause will be called, and on the resume what is gonna be is it is basically fired when the application is resumed from the pause state, that is by this OS. So basically after that you can just see here, that is a documentation for this title icon. You can see icon here, and you should have here bunch of a thing that is running an app name. You can give it by app name here, and basically you have here build function, and what we are really interested in here is all of this code is here. But let me just go down again. So build should be at the top here. So over here, so build is over here. That means this build is really important function, that is the method of this app.py. So basically in this build it will just initialize our application, and it will be called only once. So just remember this function will be only called once, and this method basically returns a widget in the form of tree. So you can have a multiple widget, that is your layout, your basically text, your button, your image. So all will be in the form of tree, and it will use that root, basically that is root widget, and just it will add to the window. So this method, that is build method, is really important to know. So let's close this app.py and let's go back to our code. And here what we can do is we'll just create a new method that is basically overriding the method that was of this app. So that method should be build method. So in this build method we'll just pass a self, and we'll just say return me, that is label, and label in the form that is text. So in this label I just want to give a text, and let me say I am programmer here, and let's close this down, and your build method is ready. So let's go back here, and I'll just say if name equal main, and if you just go here, I'll just call my app, that is my demo app, and just call the method that is run method. So our method or our class is ready, that is our demo app. And basically if you see in this build, so let me just go again to this app by just going here and go to the declaration part. So you could see that is we had just discussed about this build. So build will basically return a widget in the form of tree, and here we have widget as in text, and the text is basically having a text as in I am programmer, which is value of this text. You can also make use of multiple label here, that is using the button, and we'll see all in the next lecture. But now what we're gonna do is we'll just save this code and run it by just pressing that play button over here. So let me just run this down, and you could see something will pop up. So let's just give the time, and it is saying run is missing the some parameter here. So basically this is due to we have to call like this, that is because calling the class and the run method over here. So let me just run it again, and you could see that the window will pop up now, and you could see the text right down here, that is I am programmer. So basically this is the text that will be printed, and if you just see this, the demo app will have a resizable window. That means if you just make this window that is smaller, that can be fit to the Android, then you could see the view for the Android. And if you just want to have the iOS view, then you can just have this iOS view, and you can also have the Windows view and any other view, and it will just perfectly be layout or just perfectly rendered where you want it. Basically the label, that in this case is a text, is labeled basically at the center of our screen. So it means that the Kiwi application is independent of any platform. You can run it from the Android to any desktop application on your Mac OS X. So it is really important to know. So next thing what I want to show you here is the life cycle of our Kiwi application. So let's see what the life cycle will contain of our Kiwi application. So if you wonder what this figure is really about, so it was basically given by the Kiwi documentation, and it was developed by the Kiwi developer in order to make the developer life easier. So what we have here is a function that are method basically, and they are normally called as a life cycle of the Kiwi application. So we have already seen about some of the method over here, that is on start, on stop, and on pause, and on resume. So if I just go back to our PyCharm and just go over here this app and just go to this declaration part, so you could see here that were the event that was basically on start, on stop, on pause, and on resume. So these are basically our method that should be called or that should be invoked according to the interface and basically according to the interaction of the user. So if user want to just destroy the app, this on stop should be called, and basically if the internal function pauses our app, then on pause should be called. So we'll just start from the beginning. So at the beginning what we have here is there will be a foreground after the process is called. That means we'll just get back to the app from here. So it can be Android app or iOS app, and you get this bootstrap, basically Kiwi bootstrap, and after that we'll just invoke this Python code. So in the Python we'll have the start and run. If you go down in this PyCharm, you could see this in the demo. So this was basically first function to be called. So it is responsible to call for the build function, that is to just render all the layout, that is the widgets of our Kiwi application to the window, and basically it is through the build function, and on start will be eventually called, and after the on start is render or all the function that is on start is invoked, we'll have our complete app functioning. So app will just function at this point. So when we are running the app, there might be the function or any external app that will just pause our app. So in that case this on pause function will call, and it will just save our work here, and basically resume is not guaranteed. That means user can just directly quit from the work or quit from the app without just a guarantee of resuming on to this app function again. And these are the functions that can be performed that are on pause and resume. So in this on pause we'll basically check for if there is an invoke of the on pause, and if it is true, that means we'll just check for resume. So if there is a resume, and we'll just ask for the user, that is if there is a resume of the app, that means on resume will be called, and if there is not resume of the app, that means Python will stop and will get out of our Kiwi application. So this is basically our app functioning or the life cycle of our Kiwi app. So basically the function that are very important here is on start function, on stop function, on resume function, and on pause function. They are basically the backend of our application. All the interaction to the user or all the interaction to the external app or internal function just depend on these overridden function that was basically defined by the Kiwi developer in this app interface or in this app module. So this will be the wrap for this video. See you in the next lecture.